very much for this opportunity. Well, I'm trying to present a Nigerian Sustainable Urban and Rural Water Supply Sanitation and Hygiene Program known as Ng-Surwash. This is a project that is being funded through the World Bank facility and is being implemented in Nigeria in 7 states, Katsina state inclusive. So Katsina is at the subnational, and you can see the map of Nigeria where Katsina is situated. And the other map by the right is the map showing the 6 Showash benefiting local government in Katsina state. And the result-based approach is adequate for rural water supply and sanitation and hygiene because of its uniqueness, especially as it relates to the project that is being funded by World Bank for WASH in Nigeria. Prior to now, all our program of intervention through the World Bank are mostly investment project finance. What it means is that the funding facility is being accessed using the procurement procedure of the World Bank. Monitoring tools using third party are not a view. But this has a unique strategy whereby it's a project for result that used to have 2 result areas. The result area 1 is about strengthening of institution and also trying to operationalize the policy of the subnational and also try to regulate the service delivery to be of standard. So the result area 2 is about the provision of infrastructure. So the result area 1, as I mentioned earlier, the implementation is being carried out through the loan facility, which is term result area 1 in terms of technical assistance to the implementing agencies to be able to fill in the gap, which was conducted prior to the effectiveness of the project. And the result area 2 has to do with the provision of infrastructure where the state at the subnational invests its own money, and after result has been achieved, then verification agent will come and verify the result, and then facility is being accessed. So that is how the P4R adequate, we feel, if it's really strengthened, is sufficient enough for the rural water supply. The benefit of it is you link the funding of specific outcomes, that is the rural water supply and sanitation agency as the main service provider has been motivated to be more efficient and innovative in reaching its own target. By this, even though the P4R is a project or a strategy that is already being practiced at the subnational, but with the World Bank project under Ng-Surwash, as I mentioned earlier, the result area 1 have some funding that are used to, strengthen the capacity of these implementing agencies at the subnational, the local government, and the community, so that they can effectively deliver the service effectively with all attachment that will add value in achieving the sustainability. The benefit also include the risk reduction of fund, misallocation, and ensure that resources are directed where they have a measurable impact. Due to the expected facility to be accessed after a result has been verified, the implementing agency at the state for the rural water supply do a lot of due diligence to ensure that the facility provided is in tandem with the project operation manual of the project that will trigger disbursement, because if there is any misappropriation in terms of missing the priority in achieving the required target, then basically you'll find out that when the IVA do the DEX review and also move to the field to see the practical infrastructure, if there is any misnomer in terms of getting the right people accessing the safe water within the rural areas, then the money will not be accessed by the state because the IBA will now not certify the facility for, assessing the facility. So that has helped to make the state to be more proactive in doing due diligence before, identifying area of need. And another benefit, the capacity of the state in terms of implementation of Ng-Surwash project has been built through proper training, in addition to an enabling environment through the implementation of performance improvement action plan, which is a result, result has been incentivized, by, trying to improve the implementation capacity and the enabling environment of the implementing agency. It has some kind of incentives that come through the facility. So this has helped to strengthen the capacity of the implementing agency at the subnational and at the local government to be up to date in terms of effective service delivery. It also promotes access and long-term functionality of rural water supply facilities via WashCom in rural communities. The project for result that is being implemented through the Ng-Surwash project is trying to consolidate an existing system that we have. Already we have a system that is being replicated by Ng-Surwash, and basically through the Ng-Surwash, it helps to strengthen the water sanitation committees at the rural community for them to effectively operate, manage, and maintain the facility. Then what are the strengths of this approach? This approach is already embedded in the National Rural Water Supply Policy at the national and at the subnational. As such, the Ng-Surwash program has further consolidated the existing system that we already have in a very tailored and well-organized processes. And the World Bank and the partners, that is the donor, the people, the bank that provide the loan, and the partners at the subnational, that is the state, are more likely to support projects where they can see clear, quantifiable returns on their investment in terms of real impact on communities, which trigger disbursement of loan facilities as incentives. So the strength of it is that, as I mentioned earlier, you will find out that there is no misplacement of priority, because it's tied to state government investing its own money, and later on the facility will come after the verification. So that has made everybody to be on their foot to see that they have done the right thing as a government. Then in which context will it be more recommended? Well, I think the area it should be recommended is where areas with accountability challenges, especially when you look at the government at the subnational. There is not much. The region where government is weak, the governance is weak due to the non-capacity of the institutions. But because of the Ng-Surwash, as I said earlier, we have a disbursement link indicator, which is the performance improvement action plan that build the capacity of this institution. And if we are able to, replicate this type of Surwash, it will be a win-win situation where you have the capacity of the staffs being capacitated to effectively deliver wash service delivery, and also to have value for money in, prioritizing what the people want, and in a sustainable manner, so that it will trigger some kind of disbursement of the facility. Also, environment with diverse needs. In rural areas where communities vary widely in infrastructure needs, the result-based approach allows flexibility to adapt target to local contexts. Pilot or test phases of the new program. The result-based area is valuable in pilot schemes where outcomes are closely monitored, allow lesson to inform broader implementation of this program. Then, is it very difficult to implement? I don't think it's not difficult to implement in view of the availability of the baseline and institutional assessment. Prior to the commencement, we had assessment of all the intended agencies that are going to implement in terms of their capacity to be able to procure, for them to effectively monitor, for them to be able to, be accountable, and other parameters that relate to fiduciary, and all the gaps that has been identified after effectiveness of the project. The gaps are being, taken care through rigorous training using the result area 1, which is more of technical assistance, which the World Bank used the IPF fund to, build the capacity of this IS to effectively deliver the service, while the result area 2 dwells on more on infrastructure, where the government invests its own money for the result to be achieved, and after the verification, then facility is being accessed. So it's provided we have the baseline prior to the effectiveness, and from there, I think we can be able to say it's not very difficult to implement. Then what are the lessons learned and recommendation for the implementation? Well, the proper planning and implementation of the project under the Surwash program, because you have, as I said, total assessment of all the IEs that are expected to implement in terms of all the parameters as it relates to procurement capacity, MIE, fiduciary, ENS. So you have a whole range of parameters that are being that were assessed, and know the gaps. And as I said, we use the result area 1 disbursement link indicator to, strengthen that institution using the IPF component, which is domiciled at the project implementation unit. And in it, you have what we call the water and sanitation committees being established prior even to the commencement of the real construction of the infrastructure. So from that, people of different strata, from the aged, the young people, the youth, are all involved in the discussion for identification of the relevant site, and that has helped to create more strategic way of operation and maintaining that facility. And we have improved level of functionality of that facilities normally under this program than it was when we are using the conventional state tools without support from the Surwash. Then we have also a strong monitoring system that has been established through the continuous monitoring, and also, as I mentioned, the whole concept of P4R is about having access, basic access to rural water supply. and it's only then the facility will come. So with that, after the facility has been completed, result is reported and verified, and that has ensured accurate tracking of result and accountability. And also, we have the capacity building where we invest in training and resources for local entities that are involved to ensure they can effectively implement and sustain the result-based approach. Community engagement from the onset, I just mentioned that as part of the component of the WashCom activity. Then minimum requirement for success. The requirement for success include robust monitoring and verification framework. A strong system of measuring, tracking, and verifying outcomes is very essential, a result-based approach. And in the P4R, Project for Result, we have a clear incentive structures that has been laid or that has been outlined in the project operation manual. So you have incentives that are well defined to ensure service providers and stakeholders are motivated to achieve target. And political and institutional support, because it's a result-based approach, the state at the subnational use their own tools to do the procurement, to do the monitoring, to report result, unlike the IPF component, that is investment project financing of most of the World Bank project, whereby the procurement, the monitoring, and the procurement go through what you call step, and also the monitoring go through the third party. But these are institutions that are implementing, develop their own strategy on how they will monitor, put in input as provided in the project operation manual. So this is very important to have the political and institutional support. Uh, Having that, so you know that the highest level of authority is in the loop of what is happening in the community or in provision of rural water supply. Then we have the active participation by local communities that ensure programs are relevant and the results are maintained beyond initial funding. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.